Hey, good evening, everybody. What's going on? Welcome into the company. I was looking at my phone, wasn't sure if we were live yet, but we
And
are.
we are here.
We are here. We are here. We are here. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. That is going to decide to come in. Oh, turn that down.
Amateur.
Ricky mistake. Ricky mistake. I hope everybody had an amazing week. It has been a pretty quiet week, I could say, for the most part. Had a few thunderstorms roll in a few days ago.
What?
Uh, might have some
That's
more roll in.
news.
But I mean, it's been a week. That thing didn't happen until after we were off the air.
What thing?
Whatever that tropical storm Lee or whoever it was.
Oh, I thought that was an inside joke. I didn't know what that was you were talking about. My bad.
No.
You know that thing.
But we are here, of course, again. It is me, Izzo, and Mobile gracing us with his presence again. Appreciate it, Mobile, for stepping in. Clutch.
I'm glad I got invited back. That means I didn't get fired.
Nah, you didn't get
Or
fired.
canceled.
Yeah. It can still happen, but I mean, I don't think it will.
That's you, Brian. We can't cancel you because you got all the passwords.
I'll shut this bitch down.
I got the passwords somewhere, but I don't know where I got them.
But like I said, it's been a hell of a week. I don't know if anybody's been paying attention to this jet thing. It's over now. Like, I wish we could have done a show while it was happening. Like,
yeah, you gotta explain it for everybody.
What was it? The F?
Yeah, because that happened Friday right after, right? It happened.
Yep.
Did it happen Friday or Thursday?
I think it happened like Thursday afternoon, and they didn't say anything about it.
That's what I'm like.
Friday.
I think it happened Thursday.
Yeah, because the way they were making it sound like it was gone for a long time.
Yeah, like
so of course, if anybody doesn't know,
then all of a sudden they decided, hey, yeah, we lost this jet,
and they were asking
and then you hear the pilot is, he's in the hospital. Like, well, when the hell did he get to the hospital?
Yeah,
story's got some holes in it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So, like you said, jet went missing. They told us about it Friday. Well, they told everybody about it Friday, made it public. Because I mean, you can't really keep that under wraps if you don't know that a jet. If you're not really sure the jet went down, you can't really keep that under wraps. Because usually that's something that you won't even know about until it's resolved. They're like, okay, we got to tell these people there's a fucking jet flying around by itself, which is what they did. They asked the public for help. Finally found the jet. The next day crashed in South Carolina. So it went, apparently the whole thing was in South Carolina, right?
Yeah.
Everything. Yeah. And it crashed in some field in South Carolina. I wish I could play the interview from the guy. I can, but it shows all my other shit on my computer, and I don't want y'all to see my other shit.
Yeah, we don't need to see the
the what, man?
the links.
On my
we don't need to see links. We don't need to see links. Yep.
So that is one thing that did happen, and I think it's kind of confusing everybody on how do you lose an $80 million jet that quickly. And I think at one point they had grounded all flights because they were, like I said, they didn't know if the jet went down or they didn't know if it was still going or if anybody had actually took the jet. I don't know how you take a jet while it's flying. Some James Bond shit. But that was one thing that happened. So pretty exciting. Couple days when that transpired. But it's over now. And now everything's boring. And there's nothing to look for.
The fuck?
I mean,
it's not boring. It's just back to the politic talk.
Real quick, do y'all think like they knew? This might sound stupid. I don't think there's some conspiracy theory. I just think dumb shit happened and they didn't want the story to come out the way it really happened. I know that sounds crazy. Like it was negligence. Yeah. It was stupid. Like, bro, why did you do that? And then it crashed. And then I don't think they wanted to fully put out the story in that way. And they kind of staggered it out. That's just the way I view it. Because for it to still be found here, I'm like, sorry, the Russians or nobody took it. It was just
somebody.
It wasn't a spy. It was just some fuckery. That's honestly what I think it is.
Yeah, I believe that too. Because the way, especially how they after they found out where it was, they kind of blocked off the roads and
I just think it was
the
stupid.
area. No, yeah, I really wish you could play that dude's audio.
I'm trying to figure out how to. I'm looking for it now, with just him talking.
Yeah, just get his audio. But
yeah, don't cancel me.
So what were they even doing? Like at that point, was it like an air show? Were they testing the plane? Does anybody even know what they were doing with the plane up in the air?
Wasn't it a tandem thing? I want to say it was a tandem.
It was just like an exercise. Be my guess.
It was a tandem, but you know they have to practice it. So
it must be an exercise.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a mission or like one of those school. I think it was just an exercise. Be my guess.
Okay,
that's how it was.
Well, somebody got fired. That's all I can think about. Somebody is definitely a civilian at this point in their life and in their career, because you cannot lose. I've seen entire military bases shut down because of a pin from a gun being lost. So I know somebody got fired for this shit.
Sure enough.
They should have.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, they definitely have a leave of absence.
Indefinite leave of absence.
Leave of absence,
yeah. They came home early and had to tell their kids, Daddy might be home for a little while, guys.
Oh wow. Wow.
So let me see. What's going on, Rob? How's everything going? What's popping? Hey, thank you for joining us on the company. Being proper. We got a skeleton crew tonight, as you can see. So we're gonna avoid the clap. Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. So where are you guys with your teams and your fantasy football? Are y'all out of it? Y'all still reigning supreme? Is everything good, or is everything just shitty right now?
If we're talking that,
yes,
I'm hurt. I am hurt. Because I had Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb, he blew his knee out. So yeah, I even lost the week's game in one of my leagues because he put up 6 points. Granted, I had like a 8-point lead, and if Chubb predicted, to score 13 or 14 or whatever he was going to get, he probably would have got more. I was definitely going to win because I was already up by like 8 points. Next thing I know, he put up 6. Second quarter, they chopped him and he blew his knee out, and I ended up losing by like not even it may have been like a point, but it probably wasn't. It was like 1.43 points or something like that. Like it hurt, but yeah.
Okay, I got you. Is that where yours?
Shoot, the first half of it, same way. I got Nick Chubb, shit the bed because of it. Trying to remember who else. Tonight, Brandon Ayuk is out. That got me. Like, I'm kind of screwed on a lot of fronts. Like, there's so many injuries. And then, like, the not even talk about fantasy, it's like I'm a Panthers fan, and Shaq Thompson, best player on our defense, he's out for the year. And now Bryce Young is out for 3 weeks. It's like I'm just watching to be watching right now. Just because I like to watch football. I don't even know if I have much to root for.
And I found it, right?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. Yeah,
hold on. This is the interview. This is apparently the only person they could find.
Yep.
To do this interview when the plane. Tell me if y'all can hear this.
I was in the in the bathroom taking a shave, and I heard a screeching, between a screech and a whistle. I said, "What in the world is this?" And I heard a boom. Then my whole house shook.
White says he didn't realize it was a plane at the time, so he didn't call anybody.
The first thought came to me. I said, "This must be a meteorite coming out of space or something." And I said, "Well, if the airplane, it needed to be reported. That thing was flying just too low." So yesterday evening, I said, the helicopters, I was out there walking. Choppers keep flying around. I said, well, somebody must have robbed a bank or killed some people or whatever. I was in the in the bathroom taking a shave,
Taking a shave. I thought he was about to say shit.
Oh my! Hey, listen.
Who says taking a shave?
I legit thought he was about to say taking a shit. So my brother's question, and which was a good question. So this jet, this $80 million jet, flies across South Carolina into a field, and this guy is the only person that was around to interview. Not saying that he's not intelligent. Too. This is probably one of the most brilliant guys you've ever met in your life. Not the best interview. Not the best interview. But
what's funny is I've came across people like that from where my family from. So people, oh, that's a plan. I'm like, shit, I done met people like that. They probably some of my family. They keep it a stack.
Now, to be from that area, Williamsburg County, that is down there by the water, ain't it?
I was about to ask, where is it exactly? I'm about to look it up.
I think that is low country.
It ain't near my counties. Let me see. Williamsburg.
Yeah, Williamsburg. Yeah, that's all they said. They just said Williamsburg County. I want to say
about to look at
it. I want to say that's kind of where King Street is, but I'm not.
That's exact. You hit it there. That is the county seat, largest city.
Thinking,
you hit it. Oh, it's near Horry County. It's not far. Wait, what county is that next to it? I don't know the counties up there. It's kind of PD, but not.
Yeah, it's kind of PD, but it's not PD.
Yeah, if that thing was any closer to Charleston, y'all wouldn't understand a word that man said.
What's funny is I would have. I would get it, but I can't speak like that. But I understand when they're talking.
So I would just like to welcome this man to viral fame. Take advantage of it. You're gonna be all over the place by next week because this interview is slowly making its rounds.
Yeah, they already made a tune to it. So yeah.
Oh Lord, it done got remixed and
yeah, they already did it.
Yeah, but did y'all see that spaghetti? The spaghetti plot of the route that plane took? Because I don't know how I saw it. I just saw it.
No,
It was when I tell you it went up towards Florence, but it didn't get to Florence. Then it came back down, and then it just hovered over like that. It went. I want to say it went almost all the way down to wherever the base is, but
you think like I'm ignorant. You think like they were able to take it over from like the command center or some shit like that to go into a field? That's my guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's why I said I don't believe, because you gotta remember the government's gonna put out what they want you to know and what they want you to be deceived on. Not on like this grandiose like conspiracy theory level, but you don't need to know much about the plane. You don't and what's going on, because exercises are done for combat for later, so we don't need to know much.
So it kind of did loops and shit, so it didn't just go in a straight line and crash.
That's what's weird. Like I don't know.
Apparently it was up in it, which I guess that's why it was lost. Apparently it was up in the air flying with no pilot for whoever knows how long. But yeah,
because they lost contact with the plane. Is what they said, right?
Yeah, because it was a stealth jet. So
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Apparently they put it in stealth mode.
Oh, so never mind. They didn't get contact. Yeah, I didn't know that part because of course it could be on and off. Okay.
Fired.
Wow.
Yeah. So that was. I think that was the main reason why they. That was the main reason why they said.
It's like, bro, you ejected while it was in stealth mode. You're good.
Damn.
That's like jumping out the car. It's like, oh shit, we good. Hop back in. Oh, you left the keys in there.
I left the keys in my $80 million car. I'm sorry about that.
Exactly.
They'll find it. We're good. But I just wanted to play that for you, and that's another thing we can do now. I got the ability to play audio clips and things like that, so we're gonna have a lot more visuals.
Technology
going on. Technology. What?
Nothing.
I think my old computer would have crashed immediately if I tried that.
No, it'll probably just gave you that look and said, Nick.
But other than that, nothing really going on.
Yeah, that was the highlight.
That was the highlight of the week. It really was. Now we did watch the awards last week and we talked about that. I get a lot of maybe we can get into a hip hop conversation here. I get a lot of backlash when I have conversations with people about rap, hip hop artists these days. I know last week I talked about the age difference between people who listen to hip hop now and people who listen to it when we were young. It seems like in order to dislike somebody in hip hop or somebody that's doing what they're doing now, you have to have some ulterior motive. It's like you can't just not like somebody. You know, like I don't like not Trippie Redd. I don't like him either. But Sexy Red, like I just think she's trash. Her lyrics are trash. You know, I have a very basic reason for not liking her music, and it has nothing to do with her being a female, which is what gets thrown around a lot. You don't like her because she's female. You just don't like female hip hop artists. And it has nothing to do with her content because we was listening to worse shit than that when we were young, or shit on the same wavelength.
I don't know. I know what you're saying. I just think a lot of things is degraded because we're at a point now. This is just my opinion. It ain't the truth. It could be. I don't know. To where everything's more like shock than anything now when it comes to like stuff like that. Because probably back when you would probably like hear, so let's say some quote unquote, not say underground, just some random local artist sound like that. You're like, yo, what the fuck is this? And you would dismiss it, throw it away, and you're like, this is trash. But what we would perceive that as then, like people like now, and it's kind of like, this is like bottom of the barrel. Like, and I can give you an example. So I like some Gunna songs. I don't like a lot. But when I listen to people who fall into the same category as him and I listen to the songs don't really have a direction. It's just rapping. And I think that's where a lot of people lose me. And I think that's where the disconnect with the charts and everything, and them actually selling out big arenas without 10,000 other rap artists on the shows. I think that's where the disconnect. Like, I hate to always go back to Kendrick and J. Cole and people like that. When you actually tell a story, have a concept, it connects with more people than you just rapping to be rapping and the beat sounds dope. Yeah, that's cool in the club. It's cool. Shit, it's great for mobile because the people are going to bop to it. But at the end of the day, for them and longevity of the music, I just don't know right now, like, how much money they're going to make at the end of the day is a legacy act. I just don't see it. Because kids jump on to the next thing so fucking fast now because of the internet. Like, so quick. Like, there's only a handful of artists they don't throw away fast. The rest of them, like, shit, I can say, like, Roddy Ricch, his second album came out. Not saying he's not as popular now. Second album came out, like, nobody listened to it as much. They realized it's trash. And it's like, damn, y'all can't give this man a listen? I don't like him, but damn, you liked everything else. And then that, you just almost threw him away. And it's kind of like, but I think a lot of the songs are just made that way.
I believe so. And it caters to a short attention span.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, what do you think?
Yeah, that's all I can say. Like, the people's attention spans are shorter now, thanks to Vine, and that's really when it started.
Where it started, 6 seconds, right?
Yeah, when they started 6 second
insane.
videos. So yeah. I was listening to I was watching The Breakfast Club this morning, and Des was on there, and he was talking how he got his start on Vine doing 6 seconds. And that's essentially when things started going left. People just didn't care as much, or said, all right, if I get everything I need in 6 seconds, that's a wrap. And that's what people started doing, and that's where the entertainment kind of went. So yeah.
That's Nick Lewis. Might have to cage fight. Rob is stupid.
Yeah, but see that, and then that takes something away from it when you have this short amount of time to entertain people. You don't learn how to entertain people.
Yeah, because people's social skills suck. Yeah.
Yes. I see so much with some kids. They're disengaged and don't know how to talk to adults. Not to say they're disrespectful. They don't know how to engage in conversation or be included or assert themselves in rooms. And I'm going, the fuck? It's they're shy and just not knowing. They just don't know.
Yeah.
Just don't know. And it's a lot of
what you tell them what your Instagram is, and well, let them shoot their shot. They will talk.
Oh yeah, they'll have a whole thing.
Real.
Yo, hit me up on so and so, blah blah blah. Throw your hands up, blah blah blah. Hit me up on so and so Instagram, and then they don't have anything after that. It's like you should ask them, like right after they finish that whole thing. Yo, hit me up on so and so. Then ask them why. I don't know. You know,
that sounds foul.
I mean,
yeah, but it just sounds foul.
It sounds foul, and then, like I said, you don't learn to entertain people, and it translates through the comedians that come off these social media apps and the artists that come off these social media apps when they have to perform in front of people. They bomb. Like we had somebody come, I think it was Columbia. I think they came to Columbia. I can't remember which one it was, and they booed dude off stage because he had no stage presence. He didn't know how to deliver his jokes to real people. The camera don't cut after you make a joke. Like you got to keep going.
Who was this?
It was one of those YouTube people. I can't remember. I really can't remember who it was. It wasn't Country Wayne.
No, Country Wayne doing well. And I actually like him when I listen to his I haven't listened to his stand-up yet. I heard it out. I haven't heard if it was good or bad, but I would watch his because I always like his videos.
Yeah, I heard about it.
I'm gonna
let you watch it. I'm gonna let you watch it.
No,
I'm
you
not
can
gonna
give me an opinion.
I watched a little bit and I cut it off, but I heard it wasn't good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, is it? I know it's like is as bad as Mike Epps one from like 4 or 5 years ago. He had a bad one, and that bothered me. And I'm like, yo, you're funny. What the fuck happened?
I feel like, Mike Epps was funny when he first came out. I don't know what the fuck happened.
I don't know about the last one. He put out one recently, but there was the one. Oh damn, Over the Spirit. It's like the one before the last one. Like I remember trying to watch him. Like this ain't funny.
Yeah. No.
But I heard like his last one was funny. I still haven't watched it yet though.
I think it was to do with the tattoo in the middle of his head.
Oh, DC Young Fly?
I think it was DC Young Fly. He bombed somewhere. But you're gonna bomb in comedy.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. Like, that's one person I respect. I don't listen like a lot. Actually, when I watch him on like 85 South, I like him. I like his temperament and stuff like that. But like when I see him on some other stuff where it's all the loud stuff, I'm not into physical comedy. That's where he disconnects with me. So that's just my thing. I'm not into physical comedy.
I've never been into physical comedy. There are some
like
people
I don't knock it, but it's just not for me.
Like you remember what was the comedy thing used to come? What was BET used to come on?
Talking about Comic View?
Comic View. Comic View used to come on, and
I did like what's his name? I did like Arnez J. He's the only one that did physical,
and that's what I was going to talk about. Arnez J? Couldn't stand it,
but I thought his jokes hit. Like he had good punchlines though. I did like Arnez J though. That's the one physical comedian I did like.
I could not stand him, and those.
Yeah, did you like Arnez J?
Yeah, I never had a problem. Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, I like Arnez J.
Yeah, I mean he hosted Comic View.
Yeah, he was a season winner. Like you got to think about it. You had him, Sid, Gary Owen.
I'll take that away from
him. Yeah, Don DC Curry. A lot of them.
I love Don DC Curry. As a matter of fact, I saw Don DC Curry at the Comedy House like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's my favorite comedian, low key.
Really?
Yeah. He's always funny to me.
No knock. It's just that didn't pop up. I wouldn't think about that.
Oh yeah, and I wouldn't have thought that one. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah, I just wouldn't have thought. I'm trying to think from back then. Shit, mine passed away. Mine would have been Bertie Mac from back then, even though he wasn't on Comic View. From Comic View time, my favorite might have been Sid, maybe from Comic View time, because he was a host too, because he won a season.
Let me see who's Comic View comedians. Yeah, DC Curry was. That Kevin Hart was on there.
Remember, he was on like that rebooted shit.
The reboot.
Yeah, because they done did it like 3 or 4 times overall. Like, yeah, his don't count. We talking about the 93, 94 to like 2000-ish. That's what I'm talking about.
Why didn't I know Ronaldo Ray was dead? Like, I did not hear about his death. He died in 2015.
Yeah, he been dead.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, he is. My bad.
Yeah,
but those were amazingly funny people. B. Cole was on there.
What the hell's B. Cole?
You know,
I remember Brother Man was there. It was like Reginald. I forgot his last name. But I remember in high school watching Brother Man on there because people forget he's been a comedian like forever. And he's pretty funny. His comedy's pretty funny.
Who?
Brother Man from the 5th Floor.
Oh yeah.
Reginald Ballard. Yeah. I think it's Reginald Ballard. I think that's his name.
I saw him on the clip of Martin yesterday. Hatred of Deion Sanders by a ton of people. Yeah. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get into
Oh, that's even
that. Let's
better.
go ahead and get into that.
Yeah.
So Deion Sanders, I know everybody knows he's been coaching Colorado. And for some reason, motherfuckers mad.
They love to be mad.
When is the next game, as a matter of fact?
3:30 against Oregon on ABC. I think it's ABC. Damn, we played it. Oh no, we play at 7:30. Good shit.
So y'all know way more about sports than I do, so I'm gonna kind of let y'all take lead on this. But where is the hatred coming from? Like, where's the anger and the hatred coming from by so many people?
Go ahead, Mobile, because I like you about to say something.
No, because I was about to ask you where you see it coming from.
Where I see it coming from? As I say, I don't. From the fan side, I don't see it. I think I can say it last week at the same, but I have heard a little things where people like the black thing. I don't think that's as much the black and white thing. I think he's going against a system that has been a certain way for so long. But what I don't understand is that people don't see the transition in college football right now. We got conference realignment. We got NIL. Like, it's so much going on. And I'm like, this was bound to happen with NIL going on. That's why I'm kind of confused with why people are so mad and so shocked at like the way he recruits and the way he does things. And it's like, I haven't seen anything outlandish from him. And I'm like, I've seen clips where he makes his players respect women. Like, end of the day, you're going to work your ass off. Like, I'm not going to give you any excuses. You're not getting handouts from me. Like, I don't see anything he does wrong. People tried to say this. They try to say he makes it all about him. And I'm like, well, there's a thing about making it all about yourself and then taking all the heat to where your team don't have to deal with it. And I think that's what he's done, to where his players can play and the focus is on him and they can kind of play free to where they don't have the target on their back. Now, it did kind of show the other night with Travis Hunter. That was some fuck shit that hit. But other than that, my thing is they've been playing better than they were supposed to. So he doing something right. So I don't get the hate. He ain't cheating. He ain't out there on Osterine. Oops.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I do want to say my 2 cents on that. Because
exactly, his son is a stud.
Yeah, he is. So and I saw a lot of sports heads talk, but so apparently Travis Hunter did get hit late after a play by a kid, and the kid actually got death threats from fans and other people, and Deion did stand up and say he was a good kid, so to say, but he didn't deserve the death threats and to him or his family. I'm just going to be honest with you. He deserves all the smoke that he got from that. I just want to be honest.
Up, though.
It is, but you played dirty. You want to get?
Oh no! What he did, not what you said. I ain't mad at you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, but you played dirty. You go get dirt done to you. So, granted, I guess the Colorado State players were so in shock, and that's why you only saw Shedeur. Shedeur
walked over there. Yeah,
he's the only one that kind of went up to the dude and bucked at him, like, "Yo, you won't do that to me." But everybody else was more so in shock because I'm like, "Yo, that's our guy, and he's down now." So I kind of understood that part, but aside from that, like I like somebody, one of his teammates, a lineman or somebody should have headhunted him soon as the next play happened. I ain't go front. Yes, that should have happened. That's how I feel. Now everybody might not feel the same way I do.
We'll see. That's what coaches.
I do definitely feel like, yo, he deserves all the smoke that not coming towards him. If he got to deal with it after the game, that's fine, because you should not have took it. He really, the kid has he was internal bleeding and his liver was cut. Like that's not life threatening, thank God, but it's still
life changing.
Yeah, it's still a serious injury. So
he ain't playing this Thursday.
No, he can't play for a couple weeks because he has to actually heal. And that's not something. And like I said, internal injuries are stuff that you can't rehab. You can't really. The only thing you can do is surgery, and you don't want to get cut open. So
Look at Rob trying to throw that in
I
there.
still say like
Look at Rob.
Yeah. But I would have said, yeah, however long you like it. What made it worse to me was the coach for Colorado State. He didn't even react to it. Like he just said it was a bang bang play. And I'm like, it was not a bang bang play, because if it was a bang bang play, the refs wouldn't have called it.
It was pass interference, then the late hit.
Yeah,
people forget that part.
I kind of think that coach pulled a sweep the leg move on that motherfucker.
Sweep. That's exactly.
Yeah,
what
I'm sorry.
like.
Norvell came off like a bitch in this.
That's exactly what it was.
Norvell came off like a bitch in this. I didn't like the way. And you could say, yeah, like people are like, why would he do the other black man like that? That's not necessarily the argument. It was just the fact that he's talking about the shades and shit, and it's kind of like, I know that was to rile up your team, but was that really serious? Like, come on, man. Deion been doing this since 1988, 89, whatever year he got drafted. We are almost 35 years later. He has kept the same energy for like what, 80, 85% of my life. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like, I don't understand how people don't understand. My thing is virtually everything Deion has done, from playing baseball to playing football to coaching high school to coaching HBCU to being on TV to coaching at a Power 5 school, he has been successful at. At what point we ain't gonna be like, I think you know what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Not saying like the season gonna be great the rest of the way, but shit, he got eyes, and people are watching games at a higher rate than ever right now.
Well, you said earlier, it's like people were thinking that Deion is making the game all about him. It's just fucking Deion Sanders. Like who doesn't know this man is like prime time? It's what he does. He's a billboard. He's a fucking billboard that backs up what the fuck he does. So of course people are going to be upset. What up, June?
They were talking to each other.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I was like, why did you jump?
I'm trying to do like 13 things at the same time. So of course, yeah, he's gonna be out there showboating. But like you said, it takes a lot of that heat away from his team, and they can perform. And he's still going to produce some future NFL players.
Yep,
a lot of them. And and like you said before, and I'm agreeing with you. What's up, DJ Joe? What's going on? But I heard you say earlier too. Shit, they go that ADHD fucked me up just now.
What is wrong with you right now? Are you okay?
Man. You gotta take that pill before you start.
Fucking moonshine is killing me.
Brian smoked some weed and didn't tell us.
I don't smoke weed.
Yeah, I was about to say.
But anyway, yeah, I don't get why everybody's pissed. Oh, you were talking about how pretty much you were saying how things change, and nobody's changing, but Deion is coming in here with already a game plan formed fit for the new way everybody's doing everything.
Yeah, that was the original topic.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't see where the hate comes from. And to be honest with you, I think it came. Well, we all did it. Brian, did you see that link that had the guy from Indiana with the reason why he didn't like Deion and what they were doing?
I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the link.
Yeah, go ahead. It really wasn't much. It wasn't anything you watch. You just have to hear him because he called into some radio show, right? And he basically explicitly said why he just didn't like what he was doing, and it was a bunch of excuses, and it was more so him owning up to his reasons why. Now, granted, every individual person has one, but because he was a white guy from Indiana, you could tell because the host actually really got it out of him. But he was very truthful with why he didn't like him, and I commended it. I would have to find the clip again.
I mean, people don't like change.
They don't.
That's one of the main things. So they want these same people, these same 80-year-old people on sidelines, screaming at these kids and not holding the kids accountable for the things they do off the field. Deion's doing all that. Like you said, he's making the kids respect women the way they would not normally have that respect if they were under somebody else. He's making them concentrate on the game more. And who doesn't want to play for Deion Sanders? So, of course, you're going to go out there and give, quote unquote, 110% if Deion is putting a helmet on you and saying, you on my lineup.
Mm-hmm.
So the hate comes from because he's the first black football player to come out and coach a big school.
Oh. Brian, I just sent you the link. So share that with we can watch that, and like I said,
actually it's probably like the popularity of them, because there's been former black players like we barely remember they played in the league or in college. Because like you can look to your coach Mike Tomlin, he played in college, but like not in the league or anything. But you know, a lot of times better players don't end up being the great coaches. Like it's normally marginal become the better teachers. That's just normally how it works for most sports. Like I think Larry Bird might have been one of the only like GOATs to actually coach a really good team that I remember in the NBA. Just thinking of that. So Indiana was cooking under him back in the day.
So this is 4 minutes, but tell me when to stop it, okay?
Okay. What are we looking for?
But he really goes in, so I mean, he might have to play the whole thing.
All right, here we go.
Let's get Jeff first, Ambino. What's up, Jeff?
Yes, sir. How are you doing today?
Oh, yeah.
I'm good. What's going on with you, Jeff?
First of all, I love that you're talking about college football. I'm a big fan. It's like the only sport I like. Shout out to the Indiana Hoosiers representing Southern Indiana. I heard you talking about Deion Sanders, and you were criticizing announcers that said that he's making it all about themselves. Well, I don't think they're criticizing like the media for talking about Deion Sanders. I think they're criticizing Deion Sanders for talking about Deion Sanders so much. No, I'm not kidding. I follow college football. I've never seen a coach who makes it about himself as much as Deion Sanders. And you can say that's a good thing, but it's true. You can't compare that to any white coach. I've never seen it before.
Now, were you? Well, what do you mean he makes it about? Well, he makes it about himself. How? And by the way, were you rooting for Colorado State? Because you sound like a Colorado State fan.
Probably. But I'm curious. Can you name a white coach off the top of your head that you think makes it about himself? Sells sunglasses.
Well, can you name a white coach who they doubt like they doubted Dia? They don't do white coaches like that and second guess them. You know, they don't do that to white coaches. When a white coach comes in by default, they're like, well, yep, he's the man for the job. But Deion, everything was about second guessing. Can he do it? Will he fail? What is he going to do? Does he have the skills? Does he have the experience? Does he have everything was about doubting Deion. And he was like, hey, you know what? I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to come in. I'm going to win. Y'all keep doubting me. I'm going to make you a believer. So he was making it about himself and it as it relates to people doubting him. So, yeah, he's going to speak up for himself. You understand?
Why would he be selling his sunglasses? Like, have you ever seen a coach before who sells a merchandise brand completely separate from anything related to the team? Makes his own pair of sunglasses.
He was just reaching.
Hey, pause real quick.
What's wrong with that?
Nick Saban is a co-owner of a Mercedes dealership, just so you know, but proceed.
College sports for years, they made a grip off those black players, and those black players didn't get a dime. So, yes, I want Deion to market everything he can and make every dime he can.
I mean, it's not just that. It's just the whole thing. It's all about it. Really is. There's no other program.
I hate niggers.
I hate to see a competent black person who ain't bowing down, who's winning. Why do y'all hate that so much?
Because it makes us insecure that we can't do it the same way he can.
Thank you.
God.
Thank you. But that's a you problem. At least say I'm glad to be this, but that's a you problem.
I know, but when we see a black man shining, it just like tears us down because that's like all we have left is the coach.
I know that, but y'all it's a you problem. There's great things that you can do within your community. There's great things, man. You guys got volleyball. You guys are phenomenal.
Okay.
Y'all got that.
Also, that's a dick ass statement, but
hockey, all of that stuff, man. You don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
Ever since Tiger Woods changed the game in golf, we've just like been reeling from that. All we have now is curling.
I know.
All right, this is a joke now.
I know y'all got wrestling, the wrestling competition.
After that,
You guys,
yeah, you can stop now.
Yeah, but yeah,
I ain't even mad at him. Thank
I
you for
was
being
more
honest.
excited because he actually spoke his truth. He was just saying that we're insecure because now you got a black guy that's winning, and we were never prepared for that. So now he thinks that because that one guy is winning, that there's gonna be a whole bunch that comes right.
Oh, you
after.
think the floodgates are open?
I'm like, well, it's a possibility. You can't.
I think ADs will be more vigilant to interview more because they're gonna go like, all right, our team is 80% black. Well, I'm just gonna name a random number depending on where you're at. Like, let's say 60 to 80% black. It's like I need somebody to connect with these players, keep them here because we're in the NIL area. They can run away so fast. Red shirting barely matters. They need somebody to connect with them. So like they're gonna see who's gonna keep the players there and get the best players. So I think it can turn the tide when it comes to hiring. If ADs and school presidents are smart. And I'm not, and it doesn't mean white coaches shouldn't be hired. That's foolery. It's tons of great coaches that probably should be coaching that are white, but it'll actually get more black people interviewed, in my opinion.
Do you think that's the same thing that happened with the quarterback situation? Because I mean, a few years ago, you could barely find a black quarterback.
Shit, the NFL's littered with it now.
Now it is.
So you think that's what happened? You know, there was a couple that got in there and they're like, hey, we need to start looking in more places to find our quarterbacks than just the same old issue.
I believe so.
It always takes one. Actually, more so, it takes a couple. It's never just one.
Yeah.
We think it is, but it takes a couple.
Yeah.
Because
give Doug Williams his props because he was the first black one to win a Super Bowl.
Like him and Warren Moon and Randall Cunningham were gateway drugs, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean,
you didn't say Vic.
No, Vic was later. That's why I said it would to get people like that. Yeah. Oh no, Vic was really one they paid attention to. That started a lot. Even Donovan McNabb, like even somebody like him or Dante Culpepper, like they were that bigger type. Like they can move a lot, but they have fucking arms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I think there's a horrible stereotype with different sports and sports in general that you either have to be black or white, and in certain positions you have to be white, and in certain positions you have to be black. Now in basketball, we've seen more Asian people coming in playing, Latino people coming in. Do we have any Latino NBA players?
Not that many. Right now, the big thing is you got a lot of people from South America, and
I don't want to say no because it is Latin Heritage Month. So shout out to Latino.
Well, I mean, serious question.
I was just saying in the grand scheme of not that many, but like it's Eastern Europe and what else? Eastern Europe. Shoot, what else is there? France actually has a decent amount in the league, which is odd.
Yeah. I just think there's going to be a time when we're actually looking for people who can play sports instead of just like somebody to fill up a white roster, somebody to fill up a black roster.
Yeah, at some point you got to look at people who actually have the skills.
NFL has an Africa initiative right now, so that's actually a thing as well to find people.
Oh, really?
Oh,
wow,
that's the thing.
That's pretty cool. Cool. So I mean, back to the Deion thing. It's just weird, and you can actually feel the tension whenever that team takes the field, and it's because of Deion. I mean, that's what it is. It's because of Deion. But then you got a team that nobody was really talking about last year or year before last, and now everybody's watching. And I think that game that played last week was like one of the most watched games that week.
Oh yeah, that was the most watched game. All of his games.
People stayed up at 10.
Our game. What's funny is us against Georgia was the number 2 game, which was pretty interesting. It peaked out at 5.3 million. They said, which is actually a lot right now, based on the fact that people watch so many things and there's so many games on. So, our game actually was rated high.
Honestly, just think if we can get those old ass people out that skybox, we'll be good.
Well, not to be that guy, but unfortunately, their kids are right next to them, and they'll hold down that skybox for a while. It's not even me being.
So it'll just be Junior that steps right in there.
Yeah, just because he can nay and whip don't mean he like us.
I think you're talking about somebody personal.
No, I'm just saying it's the things that they like about us. That's what they like with nay, whip, dab. You know the vibe.
What's the gritty, whatever thing is called?
Gritty. Brian, you sound so like an uncle.
I'm sorry, man. I try to keep up.
Being mobile
sometimes.
Yeah,
I try to keep up with this shit, and I can't. I can't keep up with the words that you guys use.
Oh yeah, Nikki. I fell asleep. Yeah, Nikki's talking about that game. I said I fell asleep, and somehow my phone rang. I'm like, oh, it's 2:15. And I was like, hello. And then I said, oh, my TV on. And I said, wait a minute. I turned off the TV. I turned off the TV. I wasn't looking. And then I scrolled. I said, oh, let me see what the end of the game was. And I was like,
still on
overtime. I said, oh shit, let me turn the TV back.
Yeah, I swear I fell asleep.
And then I finished.
And I was like, yo. I woke up and I was like fourth quarter, and I was just wired all over again. I was like,
I got the mid-third quarter and fell the fuck asleep. I couldn't do it.
I watched that whole game. I was wide awake. Yeah,
because I woke up. I said, Brian's still in the chat. Boy, I was out for a good hour.
Like, why y'all ain't talking about this game?
Nigga, I fell asleep.
Yeah.
It was rough.
At West Coast time, man.
Bruh. Man, it's gonna be some games I ain't gonna make because I do get up early on Sundays. That one I ain't had to get up as early, but I was there. So,
Well, that is interesting with all the hate and anger going following this man. Fucking Deion Sanders, man. Disrespect the man as an icon, and then
I mean, I think when he actually loses, it'll humble and bring people back down again. But he has to lose, and he hadn't lost yet.
What's going to happen is we're not going to be humbled or anything. It's going to be like people lose games. It's what happens in football.
Somebody will lose.
The people that hate him and hate this whole situation, they're going to be calling for his head. Oh, look, what do you think about your coach? Yeah, he lost the game.
And I'm like, and I go right back to Nick Saban. Nick Saban just lost the game 2 weeks ago.
Yep, to Texas. Yep.
To Texas, and Texas barely won last week. So I don't know. Really quick to talk about football. I don't know who's good in college football because
I mean, you can't.
Like, we played Georgia. Georgia's of course good, but Georgia is not what I expected them to be.
Yeah, it needs to be established. Like you're not going to learn anything until probably week 5.
Yeah, right now I can't tell. You got good, but it's like everybody's having sorry or mid moments, like long periods of time in these games. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. It's hard to get kids to be consistent every week. So you're not going to have this team that comes in busting ass every week. I'm glad Marcus ain't in here because he would have said Clemson.
No, I don't know. I don't know. He's been pretty realistic about Clemson. He even said he don't know what Clemson is about this year because Florida Atlantic didn't prove much, and the Duke game he didn't know. And then who they played before that? Charleston Southern. Like, bro, we could have rolled out our second string and just mopped Charleston Southern, so it don't really matter.
Yeah.
So who knows?
I said it earlier, but I think what people are really missing, the big point is these are kids, like children, 18, really 19, 20-year-old kids.
People are like, oh, they're men. No, I was a kid at 20. Sorry.
So all these grown-ass men calling in death threats to a kid last week who made a kid decision. It was a childish decision.
It's truly out of ego and anger.
Yeah.
And a grown man can make a kid move. So you're absolutely right. You're right.
I mean, I need to calm the fuck down. And I know there are a lot of people that take high school football, even fucking middle school football, very, very, very serious. But
now that's very excessive. But I know that's the truth.
They want to be the ones that say, I watched Junior since he was in middle school, and they want to be the one that supports.
They want to claim him.
Yeah, they want to claim him, and they want to watch him run around in his drawers at the compound, which is something I fucking hate. I wish they would stop doing that shit.
What's the dude at that's the what's his name? Is he? No, he's not the GM for the Raiders anymore. He used to work on NFL Network. He might be back. He used to always say in the combines, bubble butt, and that shit was weird as fuck to me.
That shit is weird. The way they say it, he has real thick thighs. He's a big old thick-thighed horse.
And it's not even the connotation of it. Well, it is the connotation of it, but not homosexual. It's the buck thing. That's what it throws off to me. Ugh, it's weird.
Who seem like they putting them dudes on the auction block?
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
I hate.
And people like white people there too. I was like, I ain't saying it them. It's the whole concept.
Yeah.
But just remember, it's a lot more of us, so it makes it even weirder.
Like you legitimately got to make these men line up in their drawers and spin around, so you can see what their body look like. Like this shit
sounds like
sick.
A whorehouse.
It's horrible. I hate it. I hate the compound. You see what they do all season. Where you got to look at them in a day. What can you get from a day?
That is actually my thing. Is where a lot of GMs, presidents, and coaches and owners get it fucked up because they'll fall in love with people. Like what was really quick, Mobile? What was old boy from Kentucky? That quarterback that they got all giddy about. That was trash to me. That we were like, oh,
Will Levis?
Huh?
Will Levis?
Yeah, where the fuck is he?
He's starting for the Washington Commanders right now, but that's
nigga, I might be able to start for the Washington Commanders. No shade to Commanders fans.
Yeah,
I think we should all try out for Vegas team.
No, they're actually they're not bad. Not if I'm about to say Devontae Adams plays there.
Give me the practice team pay. I'll do that shit in a minute.
Make the Bears roster.
Damn, Sosa might listen to this later.
Yeah, that was a shot.
We telling the truth.
Sorry, Sosa.
Y'all might as well kept Lovie Smith. Y'all got him for no reason.
Yeah, that was a wild stat. That's our earlier.
Lovie went to where did Lovie coach? Illinois. Probably he got a buyout. Lovie's actually pretty paid right now, just because y'all fired him. So.
All right. Any shotgun topics? Anything y'all want to get off your chest?
Oh, shout out to Dave, aka True Goy the Dove from not Tribe Called Quest. Sorry, De La Soul. He would have been 55 today. It was his birthday.
Who are people old?
He would have been 55 today. R.I.P. I saw that today.
When they start talking about the ages of the people that we grew up admiring, does it affect you at all, or is it just like people get older?
It does now.
Yeah, it does.
It does now.
I know me. I don't. I guess we still have that mentality of like we knew them when they were young. So, and in some instances, we still think of ourselves as being young. I know I do, but it kind of hits a different chord when you actually see them or hear that they're no longer with us. Like, oh
yeah, I got you.
It's different. It's different.
That's and R.I.P. to was Irish Grimsby? Yeah, from 702. Like,
I did hear she passed.
She was just 43 years old.
Wasn't it suicide? Was it suicide?
They said it was some type of illness, and I don't think if y'all remember, her twin sister died of some illness. I can't remember what it was, so I don't know if they died of the same thing. Not speculating, but she used to be in the original, I guess, lineup of 702 when they were on the song with Subway. I don't know if people remember that.
Ooh, Subway.
Yeah, that sister that died years ago was in that original lineup, and then it ended up becoming two sisters and the dark skin girl. So yeah, they did die the same thing. Damn.
Yeah.
So that's what I was thinking before they knew I put those two together. Damn, that sucks.
I'm gonna throw out some ages.
And they were twins because they were twins. So that makes sense.
Throw out some ages of people we grew up listening to.
Oh Lord.
Eminem is 50.
Eminem's 50?
Eminem is 50.
That was 98?
Yeah. Nelly is 48.
25. Fuck.
Yeah, I knew Nelly was Nelly should be pushing 50, but you say
Nelly looked good for his age at least.
I'm gonna let you cook on 48, but it just sounds like it doesn't sound right.
Wyclef is 453.
Damn. Really? Shit.
Yep. Who else we got here?
I ain't know these guys.
Method Man is 52.
Well, I knew that. Because we've seen Meth since 93.
Nigga.
Shit, I thought he was older than 22 at that time, so that's normal to me.
Ice-T is 65.
Oh, I knew that because I listened to a podcast. I can see that. Ice-T been around since the early 80s. If you watch some hip-hop movies, he's old. He's old. How was LL?
No touchdown. Okay.
I don't know. Let me see if he's on here. Capadon is 54, by the way.
I mean, everybody from the Wu-Tang Clan got to be in there.
Everybody
gotta be in
everybody old.
Snoop 51.
When they were on the sidelines of that damn Colorado game, that niggas look old. So.
And you're right too, because RZA 54.
Mm-hmm.
Nas is 50.
Yeah, Nas just turned 50 last week.
Shit, Redman is 53.
Redman still look good for his age.
Both of them boys be working.
Which is
out.
shocking how Redman lives.
Yeah, crazy though. 50. Eve is 44.
Given his lifestyle he lived, yeah.
Damn, Eve only 44. I ain't even trying to be funny. So Eve was a baby when her albums dropped. So what, 98, 99?
Yeah.
So shit, it's about 25 years ago. Yeah, Eve was she was young.
She was already in the industry though. So
yeah, so she was in the industry almost. Well, you gotta remember, like Foxy Brown was like 16 when like.
Oh yeah, she was way too young to be doing the shit.
When
she was
the song with Jay-Z, wasn't she like 16?
Yeah, I heard about that.
That's
she
insane.
Was underage.
I know that. That's
damn. Dr. Dre 58.
That's about right. Because he's from World Class Wrecking Crew, dog. Like, think about that. Well, that was like 87, 88?
Yeah.
Oh, actually before that, probably 86, something like that.
Let's see.
Turn out the lights.
Ice Cube is 54. I love that. Wait a minute. Was he in that song?
That's World Class Wrecking Crew.
No, I mean, was he in that one? Was he in that song?
He helped produce it. He talks on that song. Because remember, Misha Lay's the girl singing.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Flavor Flav is 64. Shit.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah,
they've been out since 87. So that's 20. No, not 20. Nigga, that's 36 years ago.
Yeah.
Fuck. I would say 26, 36 years ago. So that's about right.
I'm looking for LL, but yeah, Jay-Z 53. These niggas. Oh.
Yeah, because Jay-Z is 69. I mean, we all know like the song December 4th. So that's how I remember his birthday.
Let me just type in LL because they ain't giving that age.
Yeah, 69. Matter of fact, I think I'm about to say LL Cool J, I think is 69 as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Not no 69.
No. The year they were born.
Okay. I was about to put
No. When I said 69, the year he was born.
Nigga, I was about to go to the gym now.
Yeah, I'm like, no, he ain't no 69.
No. The year they were born.
He's 55.
Oh, he's 55. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So these guys, everybody that we used to listen to, they climbing.
Real quick, what about Big Daddy Kane? Because he still be doing dances and shit. How old is he? That's the only. He still does dances and stuff.
55 too.
Damn. Props to him. He be doing like all the dances and shit and stuff. I'm like, God damn, not me. And I work out all the time.
Big Daddy Kane was dancing. I don't remember Big Daddy Kane dancing. He danced.
Yeah. Yeah, he danced. He had his background that he used to dance with them too.
I watched a video of
it's Scoob and somebody. I can't remember the other guy's name. Scoob.
I watched a video of Kid and Play doing their dances when they was at a concert when they were dance age. I'm like, these niggas can't do this shit no more.
They can do it. Like, it's still better than most people their age can do it, but it ain't like back in the day. You know what I'm saying?
That shit look
They
painful.
still do it, but it don't look like that. It's still better than 50-something-year-old guys now. I'll give you that.
Because they still when they're on the tour wherever they
still do it.
Like they still do it. Like
Well, see, I think
that's
about
you can't. They cannot perform without.
They cannot not
do.
it.
They have
That's
to
like
do.
that was like Prince
the
without
Kid and
Purple
Play.
Rain, bro. That's like Prince without Purple Rain. You just can't do. It's like Michael Jackson without Billie Jean. You can't not perform Billie Jean.
You don't think Prince ever did a concert without singing Purple Rain?
Maybe in that time where he was just a symbol, maybe where he was being a rebel, but not after like he got his name back. No, he knew better than that.
I think he had to do it every concert.
Well, I take that back. He used to do shows where it'd be like B-side album type shit, maybe then. But a main tour? Hell no.
I'm just kind of upset that I missed him when he came to USC.
Shout out to Nick. Nick got me free tickets, and I asked Rich. Jason
that was the concert
too, and Jason didn't want to go, and I was like, "All right, you gonna miss a legend."
Yeah,
that shit was great.
I'm so kicking myself that. I'm like, what?
To see, like, what's fucked up real quick about that concert? He baited you to think he wasn't doing Purple Rain. That shit stopped for like 5-10 minutes. It's like, lights came up. We were like, ain't no way. Then the shit got dark and went purple. It's like grown men started screaming. It's like, Nick. And he played Purple Rain. Like, we were legit, we're about to leave. You're like, really?
Is it?
Yeah. And we walked back in and he played Purple Rain. We were just
bad.
standing like in the corridor.
I feel bad for people that's not gonna get to experience how iconic these people were.
I'm telling you,
with the new shit.
Yeah, I got to see Prince and somehow Ray Charles as a kid.
And I know I said it to my homeboys in another chat I was in. I was like, man, we sitting there knocking some of these throwback songs, right? But like, yo, these are going to be people that people really listen to as like
history.
Like, yeah, like they like the song may be like Soulja Boy, like Crank That. As bad
I
as
hate that that's in the history books, but it is.
It's as bad as the song is, like it's going to be up there because it started a movement. You know what I mean? So
all right, so let's do this. 20 years from now, we'll be 60 something, somewhere around there. What is one song that you are guaranteed to hear, that you think you are guaranteed to hear from the 90s or early 2000s?
From the 90s would be
that
Poison.
You're guaranteed to hear?
90s would be Poison.
Where yeah, you're not going to get rid of Poison.
Poison is going to last forever.
Like if you turn on the radio and they say, yeah, we're going to do our old school joint of the day. This is from 90s.
Early 2000 or 99. That would be, to me, Juvenile Back That Ass Up, probably.
I would.
There's others there, too.
There's a whole lot of others. And you would just think, like, what were you doing when that song came on? Man, when I was in high school, that song came on, man. If you had to find the one, like it didn't matter who it was, like you just had to
remember that.
Oh yeah,
absolutely. The same way. And it was like 3-4 years later, it was the same effect. It was like it just came out.
Like we know they're always going to play Tupac. Like that's not going to stop. Tupac is hip hop Elvis.
Yeah, I Get Around is going to stick,
minus the pedophilia, but they're always going to play Tupac.
Always.
But as
like I said, it's going to be I Get Around. Like that's the one that's the one that everybody can get with.
What's funny is I like Keep Your Head Up way better than I Get Around by miles, but I know that ain't a party song.
It's not.
Yeah, well, they still play that as an old school song now.
I think it's because I like the original song a lot, so I like how they didn't really flip the beat. I like how they hit the beat. Sorry.
Like if I were like if I were to look 20 years in the future and I just turn on the radio and they're doing an old school joint of the day, I would think. I
mean, I got a couple on my head.
Yeah. What's the Biggie song?
Talking about One More Chance, the remix?
No, not One More Chance. Not One More Chance. Benjamins. All About the Benjamins. They're gonna play it. That's not
all of. That's the Diddy song.
Yeah,
it's
Diddy. But yeah, that's what they're gonna play.
I can see that.
They're gonna hit that damn Genuine Pony.
Yeah. You know what? Real quick, another song like I've heard since '96 consistently, if I ever listen to radio, is Case and Foxy Brown, "Touch Me, Tease Me." I hear that song a lot more than I expected to hear it. Think about it. 27 years later, I hear that song a lot more than I thought I ever would.
That was not 27 years ago.
96.
Yeah,
that's the Nutty Professor soundtrack.
Yeah. Nutty Professor soundtrack.
I hear that song a lot more than I ever thought I would hear it later. I like it, but
usually when I do a R&B throwback set, like I definitely throw that in there.
Yeah, that's one of those songs that always sticks out. I hear a lot.
I think the Nutty Professor soundtrack had hits, didn't it? Let me see.
Can we?
I don't know which one.
Can we get Kinky Tonight on that, or that's another out?
Love You Down, Touch Me, Tease Me, Foxy Brown and Case, Breaker 1, Breaker 2, Red Man, Doing It Again, Ain't Nobody, Ain't No Nigga. I Like Slick Rick, Pillow, We Want Your Hands Up, Last Night, Nasty.
That was Nutty Professor 1, the first one.
Yeah, that's the one.
I don't even remember Nutty Professor 2 soundtrack. Yeah. I barely remember that movie, the Nutty Professor 2.
I bet they got a better soundtrack for part 2 because they had a bigger budget. Let's see. They had R. Kelly on here, Just a Touch. Looking with me, A Poppy, Think About Me, Missing You.
A Poppy, that song was on
there? By Jay-Z and Myth Bleak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love that beat. The song's kind of stupid.
I feel like
the thong song was on here.
That is right.
That was the hit. Yeah,
that is right.
Do you remember? Just friends here with me. Okay, so they didn't have as many. It was like 2 or 3.
Is the thong song is what launched his solo career, if I'm not mistaken, off that
Oh,
soundtrack?
Cisco?
Or what? Oh, wow, I forgot
It
that.
was.
Okay, I forgot that.
Yep, that was the one.
Yeah, I think it launched it and killed it at the same time.
Yeah, that song was too big. Sometimes songs are too big for your
Yeah.
own good.
Yeah.
That is really real.
You sitting there watching this man do backwards flips on the beach on top of asses. You're
My
like,
problem is the thong song video did not have thongs. Yep.
There was a bunch of bathing suits.
Now there was like, I think if I'm not mistaken, there was like an X-rated version later that popped out, but it wasn't that X-rated.
I mean,
was like when we could
yeah, I
download
mean,
stuff.
Technically, you're right. You could have gotten away with wearing a thong,
or at least a flash of it. Like
Was
I can
that
see you
after-
can't.
Were they not thong bikinis?
Did that happen after?
Nah, you ain't seen
No, that was before some of the Janet Jackson shit.
No, I was going to ask, was that after Uncut was canceled?
No, we were in high school. Uncut probably didn't pop up. I don't think I was in high school when Uncut came around. I'm pretty sure I was at the clubbing age when I used to come home and see Uncut. No. You're wrong. I'm gonna say you're wrong. You're right, because I remember watching Uncut like right before I went to college, because I remember seeing NERD video on there, the lap dance.
For free.
Yep. But I take that back, because I was like, there goes that Pharrell guy. He got a song. That's what I thought, because I didn't know it was a group.
Damn, you know what kids gonna get tired of us doing?
What's
saying,
that?
"Oh, you like that song? Listen to this." Because we got so much shit that like we could just.
They gonna probably say this is a such and such rapper because it's probably just been sampled. Because everything from our time is sampled harder than stuff from our parents' time.
I mean,
now.
some of the stuff they sampling is like not that old. I'm like, why are you doing this? Well, it don't feel that old to me.
It probably happened a little bit.
They're digging in the Billboard charts to find out what was a hit then, and said, all right, well, let me see if I could recreate just off of that. Yeah.
I guess. All right. Anybody else got anything you want to talk about, or are we about to end this?
Nah, I'm Gucci, man.
Gucci, man.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank everybody for coming in and keeping us company and allowing us to keep you company. We'll be back next Thursday with more topics and more things to talk about. Hopefully, we'll have a few of our compadres able to join us. And
Can I come back?
We'll just
come back.
Yeah, hell yeah. You part of the podcast now. Shit, come every week. Okay. Like I was about to say, if not, then it's gonna be me, Izzo, and Mobile again. Yep. But we'll holler at y'all next Thursday. Peace. Sing a song, Mobile.